Do you know where your credit score's at?
Like 572.
Five.
I got shafted a little bit.
Are you ready for those three choices?
Yes, sir.
That door, or that door. Now, look.
I've got a few clips today. Bad credit card buyers, questionable advice, and people trying to use TikTok to solve financial problems.
This guy just called about our $81,000 Aston Martin DBX. You won't believe what his credit score was, down payment, and interest rate expectation. Hey, it's Joseph calling you back with Diplomat Motors on the 2021 Aston Martin.
Yeah, that's the one that I wanted.
Awesome.
Well, actually, more my boy looked at it and he's like, that's the one, Pops. So, yeah, we're down.
Awesome. Okay, 2021 Aston Martin DBX. We just got it in, super clean. How can I help on it?
Well, here's the thing. I talked to a buddy the other day and he got like something similar. It wasn't an Aston Martin, but it was like a similar price vehicle. He told me his interest rate, he got a super good interest rate. So as long as he can match it,
Okay.
I'll come in today and
Okay.
put it down payment.
Dealerships don't just match interest rates. Rates are based on your credit, not your friend's deal. The interest rate didn't come from the dealership, it came from the bank. Unless you and your friend are the same borrower on the same day, there's nothing to match.
We're definitely working with local credit unions. We've got a lot of good options, local credit unions, banks. What kind of a rate are you looking for?
Let's do like he got a 0.9 interest rate. And so I figured maybe you could beat that.
Yeah, I mean, just if we're going with any local credit union or bank, the rate's probably going to be closer to, 7% at best, 8%. Do you know where your credit score's at?
Like 572.
Five.
I got shafted a little bit with a previous thing, but I have a moderately pretty good income and I can put down a lot of money,
Okay, what were you thinking for down payment?
like $2,500.
A 0.9 interest rate is reserved for top tier credit, not a 572. You don't beat it with a score that low. You don't even qualify for it in the first place. 0.9 is a reward for perfect credit, not a starting point for negotiations.
Okay, well, why don't we get you in here? Why don't you come in, check it out, make sure you like it, and then we can talk about payment. We can see what we can do for you there.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay, that sounds good. And if you could call your friend and see what credit union or bank that was at, I would love that information as well.
I feel like that's more of your guys' thing. You guys know the best people.
I just don't have anyone at 0.7 or 0.9. So I'm thinking if I can get that contact, that's going to be super useful for us. And,
We'll see what we can do.
Okay, well, we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Okay, sweet. Thanks.
I don't know what we're going to do when he comes in, but we're going to do our best to land on a realistic interest rate, which is probably going to be about 6% higher than 0.9%, but we'll see where we get.
Your expectations should be based on your credit and your situation, not a deal your friend claims he got. Comparing your deal to your friend's deal is how people end up disappointed. When you walk into a dealership, the only deal that matters is the one you qualify for, not someone else's.
So she has a 2010 Corolla with 164,000 miles. She pays $250 a month on.
$325.
$325. And she would like to trade in that car.
Yes.
That's probably worth $1,000. She owes $7,000.
Yes.
So we got $6,000 negative equity, right? So far. And then we want to be at a $250 a month payment, which means financing around $11,000. So if we roll her negative equity in, that's $6,000. So we've got $5,000 left over to buy a car with, and then we have tax. So we need to sell her about a $3,500 car.
The price of the car isn't the price of the deal once you roll everything in. The salesperson isn't inflating the deal. They're explaining what's already there. The car might be inexpensive, but the debt attached to it isn't. You're not starting fresh. You're stacking old obligations onto a new loan.
For her to be at $250. What do you think? We got a good shot? I'm going to look and see if by chance she's a closet 9,000 credit score. But if she's not, we're going to be giving her three choices. Are you ready for those three choices?
Yes, sir.
That door, or that door. Now, look, let's see if we get lucky. If it's not promising, we're going to move on. So she's a 471, but she's not getting done on something, especially an SUV with zero down. So we need what's called a TO. Edwin!
A TO or a turnover just means the deal is being handed to a manager. When financing gets difficult or hits a wall, the salesperson brings in someone who can make the final calls. This is because the deal doesn't make financial sense in its current form. At some point, you have to stop asking how to make the deal work and start asking whether it should happen at all.
All right, this is going to be a big hot take, but I personally don't believe that auto loan is a bad debt. Now hear me out, because I feel like people are going to so disagree with this. I see so many people on here, and I have mutuals, and this is no hate, no shade to anybody at all. I just have never been a person where I'm like, ugh, auto debt is a bad debt. It is obviously a debt, and I think that we should be paying them off, but I'm not going to work to pay off my debt, my car loan early. I've never been that person. I never will be that person.
This is one of those mindsets that sounds harmless, but it has real consequences over time. When you decide that a certain type of debt just doesn't matter, you stop paying attention to how long you carry it and what it's costing you. With cars, it's dangerous because you're financing something that's losing value, while interest keeps working against you.
I'm on my third car with like an actual car loan, and my payment is $474 a month. But it's not like I'm in a rush to get rid of it because I just don't feel like paying extra towards it. And it is also my lowest interest rate. My interest rate's at like 2 point something. I got a crazy interest rate. I got it during COVID, and so crazy low interest rate. Like I won't get another interest rate like that in forever, to be quite honest. Like cars right now, my friend just bought a car and hers is like 6 or 7%. Like you're not gonna get a 2%. So I'm in no rush to pay that damn car off because it's such a low interest rate for me personally.
If the car loan is low and there's high interest debt elsewhere, it can make sense to leave the car alone and focus on paying down the expensive stuff first. That's not ignoring the car loan, that's prioritizing. Sometimes the best move is letting the low interest rate run, while you eliminate the debts that are actually holding you back.
Now, where I do believe that you should, and I think it's a bad debt, is when you are upside down or your minimum payment is just so high because your interest rate is so high because your credit is not good. I think you have to be in a good spot when you get a loan, and you need to be able to afford that payment. I think that's the biggest thing is people go and get cars and they're like $1,000 minimum payment. I would not spend more than $500 in an auto loan at all in a month. That's just going too much. So I think that if you're set up for success with it and you are smart about it and you have like a good interest rate, you have like the money for that and everything, I just don't think it's a bad debt. I'm just gonna be real. For me personally, I'm like, I'm just always gonna have a freaking car loan debt. I don't know. That's my hot take though.
Deciding that you'll always have car debt means you're accepting permanent monthly payments as a normal part of life. Always having car debt works until something changes. A job loss, an income dip, or a major expense suddenly turns a comfortable payment into pressure. Owning a car outright gives you margin, and margin is what keeps people stable when life gets unpredictable.
Delusional, but I want to pay off a $32,600 debt in only 365 days. One income family of 4, and we lost our food stamps back in the summer. Ever since, we've been trying to budget, stretch every single dollar, and I've been posting on TikTok to make some side hustle money so I can pay off this debt sooner. TikTok is my way of making money, so if you can do all the things, watch this video all the way through and click those buttons, leave me a comment, do what help me to monetize so that this can actually become a reality. I'm on a very tight budget, so literally just watching this video, that would help me to change my family's life, quite literally. I don't know exactly how much interest is being added, but we did make a payment of $150.11 last time, and it only went down to $32,646. However, we did receive about $19 in donations through Cash App, so I'm gonna round that up and make a $20 payment today.
Wanting to pay down debt is a good goal. The problem is simply posting the numbers doesn't create value for anyone watching. People don't usually give money because someone is struggling. They give money because they're entertained, informed, or inspired in a specific way, without something creative, useful, or compelling attached to it. The platform doesn't magically turn hardship into income.
I don't think this number will be accurate again because of interest, but our new total should be $32,626.09. As of you guys donating and me getting paid from TikTok, I've made enough payments to be a month ahead. So me and my husband were thinking we probably won't make a payment in November, so that way we can have $600 saved up for Christmas. However, we're still gonna make that payment and just figure it out for Christmas, even if we just have to give our kids like small gifts this year. Yeah, because of you guys, we are 1 month ahead on payments, and that is crazy because we haven't been able to get to that point ever. Always, if you guys want to help me pay this debt sooner, I will have my Cash App and my Venmo in the description. You don't have to donate. Again, just by watching, you are helping me tremendously as it is. But it's a very unrealistic amount. $32,000 is a lot of money. So y'all donating $1 here, $3 there, it helps to knock it down a lot faster. But I will see you guys again for day 20.
There's a difference between begging and asking, and this sits somewhere in the middle. She's not demanding money, but she's relying on small donations from strangers as a strategy to deal with financial problems. The issue isn't the dollar itself. It's building a plan around the idea that other people will help carry the weight of your debt. That's not income, it's hope. And hope isn't something you can scale or rely on.
Hey everybody, I need your help. My videos are currently stuck in the 200 view range, and I need to get out of that range so I can work towards paying off all of my credit card debt by the end of 2026. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Kaylee, and I am working to pay off $12,810.86 worth of debt. Today is day 13. So let's talk about it. I make micropayments at a rate of 8 cents per engagement based on the engagement of the previous day's video. Yesterday's video received 20 likes, 7 comments, 1 share, and 3 saves. We also received 41 new followers. Hi everybody, thank you so much for being on this journey with me. It means the world to me.
This is a really common misunderstanding about social media. Views don't get stuck because the algorithm is unfair. They stall because the content doesn't give people a reason to stay, share, or come back. Simply talking about debt might feel productive, but on its own doesn't create engagement. Platforms reward value, not circumstance.
That brings our total engagements to 72. At a rate of 8 cents per engagement, our total micropayment for today was $5.76. I did take a few moments to calculate all of the progress we've made since the first of the year to today, and it's incredible. We've made a total of $74.56 paid to our credit card debt just in the last week and a half. And I truly appreciate every single one of you following along on this journey with me. For today's engagement question, I'd like to know in the comments, what is your favorite dessert?
This shows a misunderstanding of how money is actually made on these platforms. Small interactions can generate a little revenue, but they don't automatically scale into something meaningful. When progress is slow, that's feedback. It's the platform signaling that the approach needs to change. And more importantly, this isn't a reliable way to get out of debt. If you want to see more, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.